Crypto meme coins have made people crazy sums of money. And over the past few days, the excitement to them has really skyrocketed, mostly because people have noticed, well, if you just put a couple $100s in, there's a probability of making millions of dollars out of it, like some people have just done with Chillguy or with Pnut, some of these very popular recent cryptos. And so I thought, let's make a little tutorial as to how to buy them, how to trade them, hopefully make a ton of money. Make sure you press that like button and let's dive right in. Step number one is to identify what you want to buy. Do you want to buy a very big meme that's already listed everywhere? Because the way you're going to buy a coin like Dogecoin is going to be significantly different than if you want to buy something that's hyped up and new, like this Chillguy thing. Let's go over scenario number one. You want to buy a coin that's already been around, a very established meme. You take a look at the link in the description below to 𝗏𝗏. It's a crypto exchange. You go to spot, and once you've pressed that, you just insert here which meme you want to buy. It's basically like buying any cryptocurrency on an exchange. I've got more videos on how to use exchanges in general, but that's the easiest way to buy these. Most of the time, that's not going to be the case. Most of the time, when we're talking about buying all these different coins, we're talking about these new listings. For example, all the ones here that have been going insane. So how we were to go about it is slightly different depending on whether or not it's on Solana or on Ethereum or on some other sort of chain. I've got a full guide somewhere on my channel as well. It's my most viewed video. You can watch that also if this still is not clear. And by the way, make sure you put the notification bell on in case something crazy happens, you need to be notified. But basically, if you want to trade Ethereum memes, we're going to need a wallet called MetaMask. If you want to trade Solana related memes, we're going to need a wallet called Phantom. I'm going to go with Phantom here for this video and show you how to go and trade Solana meme coins. Just go to the Phantom app right here. You can see there's a website for it. You click it, get yourself the extension or download the app. Both are fine. I'm just going to show you how to use the extension, but the app is also okay. So the website I'm using here is DEX Tools. I'm going to say the three main websites you might need is right. If you want to check meme coins that are already big, CoinMarketCap, right? Or CoinGecko. If you want to check new things, DEX Tools or DEX Screener. If you want to trade them, well, like I just said, you can go to places like 𝗏𝗏, which are huge, but they're centralized exchanges. A lot of these coins, they're not on there yet as they're too small. So you need to go to decentralized exchanges. But again, which one depends on which type of coin you're trading, which is what makes this slightly more difficult. If we're taking a look at a coin like Chillguy, which has been really trending recently, because we found it over on DEX Screener here, we just clicked one of these like, hey, I want to buy this. So let's say I click on Chillguy because I want to buy specifically that one. Some people don't know this, but here, for example, right, if we go back to the overview, it says many different coins. For the most part, there's a couple exceptions to this rule, but for the most part, they're actually the same coin. They're just different pairs. Well, how you can see if they're a different coin or not is you click it, right? And then on the bottom right here, it's going to say the name of the coin with a thing behind it, right? So it's going to say DF6 whatever pump. If we go to a different one, for example, the top one here, you can see on the right, it still has the same sort of address, well, contract really. It's just a different pair. And this is just for people who want to analyze things specifically for what happens on what exchange, etc. As you can see, the little logos here are also slightly different. For you though, it doesn't really matter. We just click this one here. If we want to now buy this token, in this case here, we can either buy it on Raydium or Jupiter. Those are the two most famous dexes. You can do it in your app. If you're on the phone, if you're on the website, the web version, you'll probably find a link to Jupiter in the description down below. Once we're on the website, all we have to do on the top right is press connect wallet. Then you press this button. It will ask you if you want to confirm. I can't fully get it in screen, but you get the idea. It will ask you. And then at the bottom, you press connect. And then now, like I said, we go back to whatever coin we wanted to buy. We copy this little button right there that says the contract. We copy that. Go back to wherever we were buying from, insert it into right there, and then we can start swapping Solana. Now, you might ask yourself, Dusty, how do I get Solana in my Phantom? How does it go in? Well, you press this little button right here. You hover over your Solana as this stands. You copy it, and you go to whatever exchange you were using before, like, for example, 𝗏𝗏 here, where you bought Solana before, and you would draw it to the address we just mentioned. Now, nowadays, there are a lot of other ways. I'll go over another one. One thing you can, for example, do is actually just use the ape feature, or I think onboard feature actually, over on Jupiter nowadays, where you can actually literally just directly buy it with whatever currency you've got. Never done it myself before. Let's quickly see if we can do it directly. No, so in this case, we still cannot directly buy any sort of coin. We can only buy a few. So we have to then, for example, just use Jupiter to buy ourselves some Solana with a debit card though, or Apple Pay. So it's actually quite easy. And as we've got that Solana, it will probably automatically go inside your Phantom wallet. And then again, you can also use on the top, let me quickly go up a little bit. On the top there, it says spot right here. You can go back on there and then hopefully in this case here, you want to sell your Solana for our coin, this Chillguy thing. It's not showing up here, but you can also click it right there. Now, if we had some coins, for example, we had some this Chillguy coin, and we wanted to sell it, again, we could just insert, hey, we want to, for example, sell 1,000 of these coins, and you're selling the Chillguy, you're trying to buy Solana, and we just press swap. There's a couple things though. One is it's going to cost you some slight Solana to swap. It's going to cost a little fee. And second, sometimes if you're trying to buy these coins, for example, it might say there's a slippage issue or blah, 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 or the amount that you're selling for, this 333, as you can see right here, is slightly different. It's too crypto native to explain to you guys, but the long story short is that there is a pool that you're swapping into and from. And if the pool balance is not perfect, which again for these newer things it almost never is, there might be a slight change. You get slightly more or slightly less. But let's go into something significantly amount more important. And that is, if you're trying to buy coins that are really, really new, right, really fresh. Chillguy is huge. This is completely easy. But if you're trying to buy something that's completely new, just launched, and you're like, why is it not working? It might be because the slippage, like I just said, there's an issue with swapping in and out of pools. You might have to set your slippage higher. It's basically how much you allow the price to deviate from whatever price you set out to buy was. Now, a reason you don't want to have this high on average is because of something called MEV. It's basically that they manipulate the transactions in a way where they get some I'm not sure how much of this I should explain, right? They manipulate transactions in a way, there's people with bots, so that you are paying a worse price. It's like, for example, standing in line to buy yourself something. Let's say you had in your head, I'm gonna buy it for $2 exactly. Well, then the person was gonna sell it to you for $2. It was better in an auction example. But let's say you are saying like, I wanna buy $2 for $2, but you're in your head saying, or you're saying out loud, I'm also fine with paying $2.50. Well, there's a higher chance now you're gonna pay $2.50 if somebody comes in between and messes you up. Again, the story there was so awful to give a good explanation of it, but I don't wanna cut it out and do it again. Long story short, change this number if things are not working. The dream zone, maybe like a 5, it will say, don't do this, You can read slightly more into if you want a dynamic or fixed. You can put it at 5, like I just said. You can put it sometimes at 50, or like 50, for example, like 40, 39, whatever. If you're buying something that's really, really fresh and it's not working. But generally speaking, I think you're going to be fine with like 5 or something like that for a freshly launched pair. Theoretically speaking, if you keep everything on auto, for most coins you're trying to buy, it will also be fine. Just know that you sometimes have to change this slippage thing. Because otherwise, again, what just happens is the price moves up so much up and down that the moment you try to press buy, the price might have already moved a little bit. If your slippage is not high enough, then perhaps because of the pool size, the price would deviate too much from what you were willing to pay, and so it cannot confirm it. That's the slightly more technical answer. There's a whole broader story behind it, but you don't need to know. Now, there is something else, though, that a lot of people are using right now. If they don't want to use Jupiter, which, by the way, I think also has an easy app. There's another one which they use, and it's called Moonshot. Never used it before. I actually just downloaded it today. I might leave a link in the description also for you guys to check it out. Because apparently, you're very easily buying memes on there. I opened it just now, right, on my phone. And I'm not gonna lie, it's like 4 clicks, or at least it looks like 4 clicks to buy memes. It's very, very convenient and simple looking. Can't confirm it really is, but it looks that way. So if you guys want a video on how to use that as well, let me know. And if you want to know for how to buy coins on Ethereum, why would you buy coins on Ethereum right now? I mean, the whole meta right now seems to be Solana, so stick to, Phantom as a wallet, and maybe Jupiter as a DEX. There's a few other ones like Radium, for example, you can go for. And if you're wondering, but Dusty, where do I find coins before they are even at 30K market cap? It's on Pump Fund. Again, I have another tutorial on my channel because these are all such separate things. I thought it might be better to make separate tutorials for them, but I might have to remake this one a few times as well if it turns out that it was not that clear, as there's so much to explain, but I also want it to be concise. Anyway, if something was unclear, let me know in the comment section, and I might come back with another video tomorrow.